Ashley Trevino has been kicked off of TikTok twice in 2 days.
My kid's dad is from Mexico, so yeah, I know how to cook, okay? But he didn't teach me. My grandma taught me how to cook like this, so it runs in the family.
Hey everybody, if you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all things internet drama. I mainly talk about Ashley Trevino, but I also like to take down people like the Getchell family, you know, the daddy-daughter dream team. Yeah, there's going to be a video coming out about them in a few days and you don't want to miss it. I also talk about the Resilient Jenkins, the Donut Mom, and just other bad controversial people on the internet that we need to get off. Ew, gross. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your love and support. I know it's been a few days since I put out a video, but we've been conquering some pretty big things over on TikTok. So if you guys don't know, I recently reached 10,000 followers on TikTok. I've been taking the last few months, I would say about 3, almost 4 months now, to really focus on TikTok and grow a platform over there. So if you're not following me over there, like, what are you doing, girl? Go. Toca la Patania. Hit that follow button over there, girl. I go live over there almost every day. I do a stream that I like to call About Last Night, where I cover all of the internet drama from the night before. And we're going to be doing some really cool stuff on that platform. So if you haven't already, Toca la Patania, you know what I'm saying? Mucinex is a creator on TikTok that I have been following for the last few months. And it appears Mucinex has got some pretty great insight to the Ashley Trevino lore that even I don't know about. In today's video, I'm going to be spotlighting Mucinex's videos. So if you're not following her on TikTok, go over there and follow that account. She has old videos of Ashley that she shows to kind of remind people of who Ashley really is, because at the end of the day, we need to get her off of that platform, and the only way to do that is to continue to remind people of the kind of person she really is. But in this first clip, Ashley Trevino thinks she's uber famous. Can she even afford a Uber? Probably not. Anyway, she thinks she's super famous. She Googles herself, but we all know that. She Googles herself, she searches herself, she looks up herself. But does she actually look in the mirror at herself without a filter? Probably not.
I Googled my name, and it said, yes, Ash Trevino is known, and blah, blah, blah. Like, she's one of the top creators and or influencers slash creator, blah, blah, blah. I have to show you the screenshot because I screenshot it.
No.
You sound so bored right now in my little story time.
Ashley Trevino Googles her name and then screenshots it. That's hilarious to me. Why are you doing that? That is so strange to me. Like, from a psychological standpoint, what? So listen, I love Mucinex because she's always proving Ashley Trevino to be wrong and clocking that tea, girl. So she actually Googled Ashley Trevino, and this is what came up for her. Ash Trevino is a controversial social media influencer who faces ongoing felony charges in Ellis County, Texas. Authorities allege that she misrepresented her income over a 5-year period to improperly receive state benefits. The core charges, according to Ellis County indictment and arrest records, the state filed 2 counts against her: welfare fraud and healthcare fraud. I'm not going to read all of that, but y'all get it, right? So when Ashley Googles herself, she comes up as the queen of TikTok and all things social media, but when everybody else Googles her, other things come up. The funny thing is, Ashley Trevino recently, on May 22nd, got a motion approved for her to get her ankle monitors taken off, which means she's not being monitored either by alcohol testing through the monitor, that is. She can still be tested by the state, or her GPS to make sure she's inside by 8 p.m., which, by the way, she still does have that restriction. After 8 o'clock, she does have to be in the house. What a sad summer for her. The point is, Ashley Trevino comes onto the internet on a daily basis and tries to manipulate her audiences into thinking that she's something that she's not. And it's people like me and Mucinex and other people that I'll be showcasing on this platform who work very hard to make sure that we get her off of all platforms. And you're gonna see later in today's video how we were able to come together and work together and toca la patania and get Ashley off of the internet. I think she can come back online the day after her trial, which is hilarious.
That's where I get my pistachios and all my...
Babe, they're called pistachios, not pistachios.
I call them whatever
You
the
sound
hell
like
I want to call them. I call them whatever the hell
No,
I want to
you.
call them.
It's pistachio,
You knew
not...
what the hell I meant, didn't you?
No, but it's
You
pistachio,
know what I
not
meant,
pistachio.
right? You knew what I meant.
So in case you miss any of their lives, this is basically their entertainment. You know, she said she's a top influencer on social media, but this is the level of entertainment you're getting. To be honest with you, I think the watch parties I do when she goes live are way more entertaining than she could ever be. But you guys don't know that if you don't go follow me over on TikTok. And if you don't go watch the watch parties with me, like, you got to click the little live notification so you know when I go live, and it's a good time. But this is what you get. You get her like not engaging with the audience, which to be honest is the main reason why she's getting those restrictions. But she's not talking to her audience. She's not telling them thank you for your love and support and getting me to 60, 70K followers. Thank you for watching me on Snapchat and allowing me to afford to pay 6 months ahead in rent because I don't have good credit. And nobody will rent to me unless I pay them for 6 months in advance. That's wild. And honestly, I don't care how you pronounce pistachios, but what I do care about is how you're going to tell the judge and the jury that you're just a sweet, innocent queen of TikTok and all your haters are the reason why you had to forge documents. For food? For food. Ashley, we've seen the way you eat. You allegedly stole money for food. You were not starving, you were not hungry, but you know what you did do? You did take food out of the mouths of women and children who really did need it, and they weren't sitting on TikTok force feeding themselves 8 meals a day and looking like a, you know what, I'm gonna be nice, I'm not gonna say it, but y'all know what I mean.
I would love to see you on my court date.
And then there's this aspect of her live streams where she smacks on ice. Like, her smacking on ice drives me insane. And I think she knows that because you guys all know by now she's found me. She has a little obsession with me and it's kind of strange. It makes me feel uncomfortable. But she'll come online, she'll eat ice, she'll eat candy, and she'll like overzealously smack on whatever she's eating because she knows it annoys the audience. And then she'll rage bait them into saying, I hope you do show up at my court case. She knows that if people show up there to try to do anything, that there's going to be, you know, consequences to that. She knows that nobody is actually going to pull up on her. And the thing is, Fiona, you are going to leave court that day. And if you keep inviting people to pull up on you, they might not show up to the trial, but they could pull up afterwards. Girl, if I was you, like, from me to you, like, in all honesty, I would stop telling people to pull up, because if they do, all they have to do is go back to TikTok and show all of your invitations that you sent out to the world. Something Mucinex does that I really like is she pulls up facts. I said it earlier, she always has some sort of a receipt with her during her videos. And in this video in particular, she pulls up what potentially could happen to Fiona on her court date. So by the time you guys see this, it'll be Tuesday. She will go to court Wednesday. So if you want up-to-date information on it, make sure that, you know, you follow me on TikTok. You get it? So Ashley could face jail time. That is a big possibility. She could face up to 2 years in jail. Do I think that the state of Texas is going to sentence her to that? I don't. I wish they would, but I don't think they will. I hope I'm wrong. Listen, I hate to be wrong. I cannot stand being wrong. But in this situation, I do hope I'm wrong. I hope that the state of Texas decides to make an example out of Ashley Trevino. I hope that the state of Texas looks at the USDA's post where they use a meme Did you guys see that? The USDA made a post, Takedown Tuesday, where they showed people that were allegedly committing felony fraud against the states. And instead of using Ashley Trevino's mugshot, which is publicly available, just like all the other mugshots they use, they decided to use a meme of her doing this. It's hilarious. You guys have to go check it out. I did make videos on it. It's a thing. It's real. It wasn't fake. That's real. That's really what happened. But I do hope that because it's like the federal government is getting involved and using her as an example of someone who has stolen from the government, the prosecution does take that into consideration and they ask for the maximum sentence. If she's found guilty, of course, right now she's just an accused felon. She hasn't been found guilty yet. That is, but I do hope that they give her the maximum sentence. But do I think they will? I don't. She's a first-time offender, but you know what? Texas don't play, so I hope I'm wrong.
Y'all are as ignorant as people can come, to be honest. Y'all act like y'all never financed a car before. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because they act like they just own all their vehicles or something. Guarantee you their cars probably got repoed last night. So they're mad.
This is just another example of the entertainment that you get from Ashley Trevino on live streams. She comes on live and she tells people you're all jealous and you're brokies and your cars probably got repossessed and oh what, you've never financed anything? Well yeah, people do finance stuff, but we usually finance like brand new cars, not two used cars with high mileage and higher interest rates, Ashley. That is not normal, and that's why people call you out for that. Most people don't have to pay their rent 6 months in advance before a lender or a landlord will rent them out a property. That's not normal. That's why people call you out on that. But this is what she does. So I'm starting to question why she even comes on live stream. Like I did a live stream today, the day that I'm recording this, and Fiona got banana, or well, I don't have to use safe words over here. Fiona got banned on her second account on TikTok today. We did a live stream, we did a watch party. I instructed my audience on how they could, do things to let TikTok know that she wasn't engaging with her audience, and guess what? She got banned for 3 days. Yesterday, she got banned for 3 days on her main account, and last night, Fester got banned on his account for 3 days. So for 3 days, they cannot go on live. They can't do anything to come on here and call their audience brokies and rage bait them into going to watch her on Snapchat where she makes her big dollars because she got restricted. And that is what will continue to happen as long as I am on that platform and as long as she continues to try to come on a platform where she doesn't belong.
I don't have to cover anything, baby girl. It's a free country. If you don't like it, go back to Mexico. That's why US won yesterday. And we have more points than Mexico.
Imagine that you are Ashley Trevino and you come online to try to sad fish an audience into gifting you and sending you little galaxies and baby dinies or tiny dinies. I'm learning what they're called, and all you get is hate and people calling you out for your bad behavior and reminding you of the kind of person that you really are and reminding you that they are not being manipulated like the rest of your audience. Imagine coming online and all you do is call people bad names, say racist things about your own race, like, hello, I thought you apologized for that and I thought you were a changed person, but here you are a couple of days ago talking bad about your own race once again. Are you that emotional of a thinker that you can't filter out all the bad things people are saying to you and focus on that 1% of the audience that actually does like you and entertain them and engage with them and entertain them, you're an influencer. What are you influencing? You're influencing people to do the right thing. You're a de-influencer. Everything you do, people do the opposite of. Everything you touch, people don't want to be a part of. Everything you buy, people want to go and return. That's not an influencer. That's a de-influencer. And you're probably the best one on TikTok. So this next clip is a picture. It's a picture that Mucinex posted, and that's kind of an example of what happens when you join one of my watch parties. We get Fiona off the internet. She's gone, disconnected, live not available, and girl, that's all because of my chat. So if you're coming over here from TikTok, once again, I always try to like give you guys your props when you're able to get her off of live stream, but I'm gonna give it to you one more time. You guys are doing an amazing job. Keep it up. I'm so proud. In this next clip, you're going to see what a report looks like when it comes back from TikTok and you're successfully able to get Ashley off the internet. Mucinex was one of the people that got this successful report back. So I wanted you guys to be able to see what that looks like and just celebrate, just like lavish in the moment. It's like luxurious. So basically, the sound effect is hilarious. So basically what happened in that clip is that was when Ashley's main account got restricted on Sunday. So she got a 3-day restriction. How do I know? Because sometimes I pop off at the mouth sometime and I get restrictions too, but I've been good lately. I haven't got any. So normally you get like a 3-day restriction. But listen, wait. Back up. I feel like I have to explain myself a little bit. When I pop off, it's because I get very passionate about the nasty, horrible things that Ashley has done in the past. And sometimes I let stuff slip out. Like I say she's built like a cardboard box or something like that. And you can't say stuff like that on TikTok. So anyway, so this is what it looks like. So basically what happened, Ashley got live access restriction for about 3 days. It's normally 3 days. Then she ran over to Fester's account a few hours later and they were able to get him off as well. Now I did not do the watch party for Fester's. I think it was kind of late at night, so I was asleep or I didn't get the notification or whatever, because people send me messages when they go live. That's how I know to do these watch parties. Anyway, both of them got restricted on the same day. That was Sunday, so they can't come back until Wednesday. And then today, the day I'm filming this, Monday, Ashley's second account got her live access restricted, so she can't come back to that account until Thursday. So normally she would come on after she goes to court and say, oh, I'm blessed and I'm this and I'm that and y'all didn't win, I'm a winner, blah blah blah. She won't be able to do that, at least not on TikTok. So she's going to try to rage bait you guys into going over to Snapchat, but you guys are smarter than that and you're not going to do that, right? Right. And if you guys absolutely have to see Ashley Trevino's Snapchat stories, I do post them on my platform on TikTok. It's something a lot of people have requested, so I do it. So if you want to watch it, just go watch on my platform. Don't go to Snapchat and watch her. Don't give her the views. If you really truly don't like her and want her off of all social media, you got to take pennies out of her pockets, and you do that by not watching her Snapchat stories.
So let's get this shit straight now. Never did I say that 100% the reason why Renee sent me that video was because him and Ashley were arguing, okay? Did I suggest it? Hell yeah, because if you look at the fucking dates, it's around the fucking time that she was talking all that shit about him crying, talking about how he does this, da 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 da. Okay, listen. And I also did say that I'm leaning more towards it was an accident. I don't think that I was supposed to get that video, but see, everything that you do in the dark when you're a horrible fucking human being will come to the fucking light. It just so happened to be me, and it happened to be my mother. Okay, but again, like I said, never did I say that, oh, that is exactly what happened. No, okay? I'm just sitting there being the shit goes off. Oh, shit. Okay, hell yeah, I'm gonna fucking use this. It's not like we talked after the conversation. It's not like we anything. I didn't say shit. Not a damn thing. I just watched it. It is what it is. I didn't respond. I did nothing. Y'all need to start doing your research, reading shit correctly, listening to shit before you post anything. Go ask that person. Because this is how y'all are always at each other's throat, sitting there playing telephone, listening to what other people are telling you, instead of going and watching and looking with your own eyes and listening with your own mother ears. Y'all have a fucking good night.
So that video is a video that Mucinex captured of Boss Lady. Boss Lady is another creator on TikTok. There's some controversy with Boss Lady. Some people think that she's related to Fester, or at least working with Fester and Ashley. I don't know if she is or not, but basically what she's talking about is a video where, remember when Joanna was like telling Ashley to get out of the car and like talking mess to her, and they were going back and forth? Well, if you remember, Fester was also recording. He had his phone out like a little bitch, and he had video, and allegedly he accidentally sent this video to Boss Lady. Listen, I don't know if it was an accident or intentional. I don't know. I'm not involved with that circle, obviously, so I don't know. But a couple of other creators came out and said that the video was sent to them too. Listen, I don't really care about the POV. Did I watch it and did I giggle at it and think it was funny? Yeah, of course. I'm a chismosa. Of course I'm going to do that. I like to laugh at Ashley when she gets clocked and, gets, the old fisticuffs handed to her. I think it's hilarious because she's a bad person.
Are y'all ready?
Don't touch my truck.
First off, you're gonna not talk to me like you're a fucking dumbass. That's one thing you're not gonna do.
You are a fucking dumbass.
No, you are.
You are a
You
fucking
wanna
dumbass.
sit there and talk shit.
You're
I don't give a fuck if you're recording. You're the one that's fucking. No, this motherfucker has been nothing but good. I wish he would. Don't fucking sit there and fucking do anything. She fell on her own.
Get the fuck out.
I wish you fucking would.
Bitch, get the fuck out of the truck.
Stop.
Get the fuck out of the truck.
But I don't really care about that. I don't think we need to be getting distracted about potential fight POVs and Ashley Trevino doing weird unboxings or putting her feet in a pool at a community center in her hometown. That's not important to me. What's important to me is that on Wednesday, Ashley Trevino is going to start her pre-trial for 2 felony frauds. One for food stamps and the other one for Medicaid. And I also don't want people to forget that the reason why we don't want Ashley on this internet is because one November, a little while back, when was that? November of 2024, right? In November of 2024, Ashley Trevino decided to pull out an adult toy, do things to herself with that toy while her daughters were allegedly mods on her platform, and at the very least they were watching her live stream from their bedroom across the hall in a Section 8 apartment where the walls are very thin, I'm sure. She also did this in front of hundreds of other minors that did not consent to seeing that kind of activity. That is what is important to me. Yeah, I think it's funny when people pull up on her or clock her or out her for being a horrible, terrible person. I do. I think it's hilarious and it's entertaining. But that's not the bigger picture. The bigger picture is getting her off of all social media platforms. And I hope that when she is finally sentenced and found guilty, of course, for Medicaid and food stamp fraud, I hope that the state of Texas comes after her for all of her crimes against minors on TikTok. And if they do, and if she is found guilty, she can never show her face on TikTok again. And that is what I am here for. I am here to make sure that everybody that logs onto that platform every day and signs up for TikTok and comes online and they see her sad fishing them and they want to come to her defense, my job is to make sure that they know the kind of person that she really is. So I will never stop talking about her. And I'll kiki and tee-hee and ha-ha. But the end result is always the same. Bringing awareness and making sure people know the kind of person she is. Somebody that made her own daughters share a blow-up mattress for years. and had them sleeping on a porch at her mom's house with nothing but a sleeping bag, a tent, and an extension cord is diabolical. That is not a fit mother, and that is not someone anybody should be looking up to on the internet. I don't care how many DH Gate bags, how many DH Gate sunglasses, or how many authentic of anything she buys. I don't care if she's a size 4, 14, or 24. What I care about is the number of kids that she violated those nights on social media so she could grow her following. That's what I care about. That's what's important. And don't lose sight of that as we kiki and ha ha at the crazy things she says. Watching her make mushy water and cook pork chops soaked in grease is hilarious. But you know what's not hilarious? All the kids that are dealing with the trauma that she caused them by doing inappropriate things on the internet.
What else do you want to see?
Can I taste it?
Yeah, you can taste it. Me la babeo de la verga así. Lo spit on it. You like getting spit on or no?
No, but I'm saying all these females are gonna be mad because they can't do that.
Yeah. And then you're gonna go crazy on me. You be blowing on my phone. Hey, come back, come back. Where you at? You ain't gonna want me to leave. I got that husband dick.
I'm doing you. Why did they say you're using me? For what?
That's my little sex doll right there. That's what I'm using for, a little sex doll.
Okay, so come fly out to Dallas first, and then we'll fly out together.
I see like a pre-game warm-up trip.
Let's do it.
Oh, damn. Okay. I'm gonna clear out my whole schedule just for you this week.
¿Por qué no?
No. I'm gonna clear out my whole schedule for you this week.
I'm serious. Come to Dallas first. You can come stay with me, and then we'll fly out.
Okay. I'm down.
De
Want to
veras.
fly out tonight or tomorrow?
Wow.
Tomorrow, okay.
De veras.
You got my palabra, word on that.
No.
I'll come tomorrow.
In this next clip, you're going to see another example of why Ashley Trevino should not be on the internet. And it is censored because, you know, it has to be censored. But I just use your imagination and you'll be able to tell what's going on.
To show, put it up.
Yeah, Mom, turn away the camera. Don't show yourself. Babe. Oh my God.
So I'm going to be honest with you. I had to message Mucinex about this one because I couldn't really tell what was going on. And that's why I wanted you guys to use your imagination. But basically what happened is this was in 2025 when Fester and Fiona were like doing the hot tub content a lot. So this is them on live stream, like changing or, you know, like getting out of the hot tub and like drying off or whatever. The point is Ashley Trevino is being very inappropriate on live stream with minors watching. And it's just another reason why I will never stop talking about her. Ashley made it a like habit of hers to come on to TikTok and expose herself either in skimpy clothing, with no clothing at all, pulling her shirt down so you can see her milk duds.
Why are you being
I'm gonna get some this weekend.
Hey. No, you're not. That's my big bro Santos.
Who finna give me some?
I mean,
Is this a
age don't
joke?
have
Are you
nothing to
messing
do
with
with
me
it.
right
I
now?
mean, the shit
This has
still
to be a
works.
prank, right? Are
I'm
you
finna
messing with me?
breastfeed somebody. Come here, mijo. I'm just kidding.
Oh. I can breastfeed too with my triple D's.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna puke. Like I'm actually like.
Or just being like inappropriate in like a bathing suit with all that stuff hanging out. Like, girl, nobody wants to see that. Like, you're tormenting people. She, like, I don't understand how she can come onto the internet and expose her body like that.
I'm gonna sit right there, you guys.
Yeah, this is the chair, and then this is her chair.
I'm nowhere near as big as Ashley Trevino, and I would never come onto the internet like that and expose myself. And the skinnier she gets, the more she tries to expose herself and talks about everybody else's body and tells people that they wish they had her body. Girl, you could be a size 00 and you would still be shaped funny, in my opinion, and nobody wants that. Nobody wants to see any of that. Can you please stop? Because I know you watch my videos. Please stop. Ew. That's going to be it for today's video. Thank y'all for hanging out with me and letting me crash out there at the end. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. Make sure you follow me on TikTok. I think I said that enough on this video. And make sure you go follow Musa Next. They are a great creator. I talk to them quite a lot. I think they're great. I love their content. And we're building a strong community here on YouTube, but also over on TikTok. And I'm very, very proud of you guys. I didn't think I would ever reach that many followers over there, and we did it. And we did it the day before my birthday. That was so great. I was literally at the nail salon. I got a notification from another creator that told me I hit 10,000. It was great. I love the creators over there. I love the awareness creators over there, and I'm going to be spotlighting them a lot more on this platform. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribed, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Mwah. Bye.